Dear students, we will study a poetry, Animals. It is written by Walt Whitman, an American poet, and he has written this poetry in free verse. That means there is no calculation, there is no limitation of words and all. That's why you will see some of the lines are long, some of the lines are short, like that. In free verse he has written, and let's see what he is talking in this poetry. The poet tells us that he feels more at home with animals than humans, whom he finds complicated and false. So according to poet, he feels more comfortable living with animals than humans. So maybe from his personal experience, he feels that animals are better than human beings. So at present, some of the news that we watch, we feel that sometimes animals are better than human beings, because the greed of man has gone so high that he behaves sometimes much worse than wild animals at present. So anyway, from the experience of poet, he feels man is so complicated. He is false. In many ways he is false. Means the true nature of man we cannot understand, because most of the time man shows a different face to us, but we cannot understand a man clearly, because there can be hidden agendas, hidden purpose in his behavior we do not know. But animals are not like that. They don't act. They express their true feeling. They don't hide anything. That may be the reason the poet tells that animals are much better than human beings. Let's see the poet. I think I could turn and live with animals. They are so placid and self-contained. I stand and look at them long and long. So in a new word, if you don't understand, write down the meaning. Placid. Placid means calm, calm and quiet. Self-contained. Self-contained means self-satisfied. So the poet is telling that I stand and watch this animal for long time. So maybe he may be having some domestic animals or wild animals, we do not know. Anyway, he tells that for long time I watch these animals and I feel they are so placid, they are so calm and quiet, and they are self-satisfied. So they don't have any complaint about themselves. So humans are not like that. They are not calm and quiet. You will never find a person calm and quiet. Always busy with one thing or another, and they are never satisfied about themselves. Greed. More and more. I want more money, more possessions, more things, more positions. So like that, always man is worried about different things. They are never self-satisfied. But the poet feels that I must now turn to the animals and live with animals, because they are so placid, they are so peaceful, and they are self-satisfied. So they do not sweat and whine about their condition. So they do not sweat. So the poet continues telling that these animals, they don't sweat. So have you seen any animal is sweating like humans? So human beings, they work and they sweat, and that means they do so much hard work. And whine means here means cry. So W-H-I-N-E, not W-I-N-E, okay? W-H-I-N-E, whine means cry about their condition. So these animals, they do not sweat, they do not do so much hard work and all, unless they are compelled. Sometimes man uses these animals for some hard work and all. Otherwise, these animals, they are not much worried about hard work and sweating and all that, and they don't cry about their situation, their condition. Wherever you tie or keep an animal, it will remain there. They don't cry. So they don't say that I don't have a big house, I don't have a nice vehicle, like that. They don't cry about their situation. They do not lie awake in the dark and weep for their sins. Some people, they don't get to sleep because they think about their mistake, what they have done in the past, and they cry about that. So I did a mistake, so they don't get sleep. So like that, no feeling for these animals. They don't remain awake in the night and think about their mistakes. They do not make me sick discussing their duty to God, and they do not make me sick. The poet is telling, sometimes people, they come and make me sick, change my mood by telling that we have some duty towards God. Religious people, some people are their religious leaders and all. They come and they advise us, and they tell us that you have got duty towards your God. You have to fulfill those duties. And afterwards we also feel okay, I am not doing my duty towards God, and we feel bad. We will become sick. So like that, these animals don't do. They don't come and discuss with me about our duty towards God. Not one is dissatisfied, not one is demented with the mania of owning things. So not one is dissatisfied, and not a single animal we can find dissatisfied about their situation, their condition, or whatever they are not dissatisfied. They are completely satisfied. Not one is demented. Demented means become mad. Not a single animal you can find becoming mad about the mania of owning things. So possessing things, having things, they are not worried about. Animals you won't find, but human beings you will find. Some people are mad for owning things. Whatever they buy, they are not satisfied. Again they will go for buying different things, and at the end it will be simply dumped at home. You will not use it, waste of money. But animals are not like that. They are not worried about possessing things. They don't have that madness of owning things like human beings. This is what the poet feels. Not one kneels to another, nor to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. And also you cannot find an animal kneeling in front of another animal for fulfilling something. But humans are not like that. If you want to achieve something, sometime you are ready to catch the leg of others or kneel down in front of others. Such a way you may forget about your dignity. Only thing is that you have to fulfill something. So for that, even you are ready to catch the leg of others, kneel in front of others, kneel down in front of others. This mentality or this attitude you will not find among animals. They don't kneel in front of others. They fight and sometimes one will be killed, but they don't forget their dignity. They won't catch the leg of the other. But in human beings, the poet is telling you will find that also. You will find one bending down in front of another person for fulfilling something in life. Not one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth. So you will not find any animals respectable. Among human beings there are some people should be respected. Like that difference are there. There are some people should be respected and they expect also respect from others. But among animals you won't find this kind of difference. All are same. There is no respected person. There is no disrespected person. All are same and or unhappy over the whole earth, and not even a single animal you will find unhappy about the whole earth. Wherever they are happy about it. But human beings are not like that. If they are placed in some situations, in some places, they will not be happy. But animals are not like that. They are happy with the whole earth. They have no problem. So they show their relations to me and I accept them. And some animals are showing their relations, so loving towards the poet, and the poet accept that their relation. Some of the animals are so loving, like dog and all. They show their love, and if we accept their love, then they will be so faithful. So like that, the poet tells that some of them show their relations to me, and the poet is accepting that. They bring me tokens of myself. They evince them plainly in their possessions. So the poet is surprised to see they bring me tokens of myself. Tokens means some of the virtues, some of the qualities human beings have got, like kindness, love, caring, sharing. All these are the tokens or the qualities of human beings. And now the poet is telling some of those tokens, some of those qualities which supposed to be possessed by human beings, now these animals are showing. With human beings, those tokens, once upon a time all these tokens were with humans, but now it is not found with human beings. Kindness, love, caring, innocence, all these tokens are not found with humans, but now animals are showing those tokens, those qualities. They evince them plainly in their possession. They evince means they show. They clearly show that these qualities are now possessed by them, or now they are having these tokens with them. They are having these good virtues, these good qualities which is supposed to be with the human beings, but now with the human beings those qualities are not there. Now it is with the animals. That is the experience of this poet, and he feels that they are showing those possessions with them. So it is with them, and that is what they are showing. I wonder where they get those tokens, and the poet just wonder, surprise, from where these animals got these tokens, these good qualities. Did I pass that way huge times ago and negligently drop them? The poet just doubt, did I drop those qualities somewhere unknowingly or negligently? Negligently means without care. So without giving proper care, did I drop those qualities somewhere? And seeing why these humans are dropping these wonderful qualities, now the animals, they have picked up those qualities and now it is with them. So the poet is asking to himself that did I drop? That means everyone must think, did I drop my good qualities somewhere, because it is not with me now. Human beings have to think about, okay, all the human beings, they have to think that all the good qualities once upon a time which I was possessing earlier, these all good qualities human beings were having: kindness, love, care, innocence. But at present, if you look into the world, you won't find all these qualities among human beings. But poet is telling, now these qualities you can even find among animals, and from where they have got it. And according to poet, those qualities we people negligently, without care, somewhere we dropped it, and these animals, they have picked up and now they are possessing those good qualities. That is what is the meaning of this poetry. I hope you understood. Now you can write down the summary of this poetry and you will have a better understanding of poetry, and we'll meet in the next video with a new lesson. And now write down the summary and study well. Thank you.